Yo guys, what's up? My name is Jack2505. This is 2505 Gaming, and today we are going to be discussing the new perks given to us after you complete the campaign missions in Aliens Fireteam Elite Pathogen DLC. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow me on Twitch and join the Discord. The new perks in the game are sure to switch things up, and I'll talk about my experience with each perk and if I'll be keeping the perk on my build and how viable it is on Insane. Let's start with the new gunner perk, mini grenades. Your frag grenade is replaced with 3 smaller explosives which can be thrown one at a time. It explodes on impact and you can still attach the bleed perk to it, and I really like this perk. It allows you to spam grenades at swarms of aliens and against the big boys as well, and even though it doesn't do as much damage as the main frag grenade, you're not waiting as long to get a mini grenade back, and the damage over time is great. The gunner just got better at crowd control with this perk, and I'll be keeping this perk on my build. Also, it's a very good perk for insane difficulty. The next up is the Demolisher with the Precision Rockets perk. This time, you can fire 1 rocket at a time, similar to the gunner perk with the nades. The rockets replenish over time. The Demolisher has now become a class I actually want to use in the insane campaigns with this perk. Mixing this with Blast Wave and the big monsters and a strong fire team behind you, there's almost no one you can't take care of. This perk is also staying on my build. Enemies like Prowlers, Bursters, they're taken care of with this perk in your build. Now, the Technician with Particle Turret perk. Deploys a particle turret that fires a beam that damages all enemies in its line of fire. Enemies are slowed and take damage over time. Now, I must admit, at first I thought this perk sucks, but once it builds up its shots, it can really help with narrow corridors where the aliens are coming towards you in one direction. This turret will also help with easy shots against the synthetics. Overall, I think I'll be using the flame turret half the time. It's still my favorite turret, but the particle turret will still get used from time to time. Let's talk about the dot class with Field Station. Your trauma station now heals 50% more per second with a larger radius. The station refills a small amount every time Doc gets a kill, which is good. The aid kit pickups refill less, and the station now has 33% less storage. Now, I'm going back to the trauma station. I missed it as soon as I used this new perk. This is probably my least favorite perk from the DLC. It does have some good stuff to it, and I like the refill after a kill. However, I think that the refill amount should have been a little bit more after a kill, but less storage and not having the ability to slow the aliens down, and the aid kit pickup refills are less. Nah, not for me. It's recon time with the new perk Best Friend. Your pups this time supports your teammates directly, increasing your damage resistance, ability recharge, stumble chance, and reload speeds by 15%. Enemies shot by teammates are briefly revealed, and to be honest, I actually don't use the perks with a recon. I prefer just to have a regular red pup scanning the area and revealing enemies, and I think your teammates will probably prefer that, especially on Insane, where intel is key. This perk might be good in synthetic situations, however, against the aliens, I'd rather go back to the regular red pups flying around. Not for me. Next up is the Phalanx with Shock Ordnance perk. This time, you get a ranged electrical device which produces a small electrical field on impact, stunning enemies up to 2 seconds. This is a good perk if you're teamed up with classes with good ranged weapons, but I would rather go back to the AoE perk that stuns around me in close quarters where the Phalanx is at its best. A decent perk for Phalanx players who want to keep the enemies away at a distance, but I prefer to play Phalanx in a way that all my strengths are up close and personal when overwhelmed. Last but not least, the Lancer with Particle Pulse. You can shoot up to 3 smaller particle pulses, fire 1 at a time, just like the Gunner and the Demolisher perks, and you guessed it, I like this perk. These new 3 times perks are great. You can really make it difficult for enemies to reach you by timing your shots with this perk. This perk also is staying on my build for sure. Mixing this with Onslaught and the Overwatch perk, you'll be slaying the alien horde. Overall, I'm happy with most of the perks introduced with the Pathogen DLC, and to be honest, I find the perks more interesting than most of the guns in this game. Cold Iron Studios, they should really consider introducing new perks with every DLC that they release with the game. So guys, tell me what you think about the new perks in the Pathogen DLC. Which perks do you think are good, not so good, fun? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. My name is Jack2505. This is 2505 Gaming, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.